Thank you. It's the first library I've been in where I haven't been asked to put on my pants and leave. I'm not kidding, actually. There was a story about how they were having a problem with homeless people looking at pornography in libraries. And common sense in the 50s, in the 60s would have been you throw the person out. But that's not how it works these days. In the age of tolerance, you have to tolerate, or your child has to tolerate, a person who is using the internet in the library to look at pornography. So their solution was to create screen guards. That was their solution. Rather than just doing the right thing, which is, get out, you pervert. Believe me, I've heard that many times, and it worked. It got me out of John Stossel's apartment. But then he asked me to come back in. We had coffee. We played some Jenga. It's fitting I'm here. I think I have some things in common with Ronald Reagan. He was governor of California. I lived in California. He was once a Democrat. I once bought a counterfeit watch in Times Square. Same thing. Everybody makes mistakes. As an actor, he starred, opposed a 3-foot hairy chimp named Bonzo. I work with Bob Beckel. No! Cheap. That was cheap. That was cheap. The only reason why I can make that joke about Bob is that he's a lovable guy. Yes! Are we gonna make this speech about Bob? Because I will. I got nothing to do. I'll be here all night. No, Bob's a great guy. I'm saying that because this is on C-SPAN, so he's going to see this and he's going to say, why didn't you defend me? Bob, I'm defending you. Bob's a great guy. Bob performs a service. Another thing I have in common with Ronald Reagan, he championed trickle-down economics. I have a weak bladder. On June 12, 1987, he told Soviet Premier Mikhail Gorbachev to tear down this wall. Huh? I like vodka. He called Russia an evil empire. Every day I call Dana Perino an evil person. And I know you guys think she's adorable, and she talks about that dog. Whoa. Lies. Do you guys actually think Jasper is a dog? That is an Armenian man that she hired as an indentured servant and wearing a fur costume, and all she does around Central Park is take pictures of this poor, sweaty man all over Central Park. It's disgusting. Somebody has to tell the truth. That's what I'm here for. Lastly, Ronald Reagan was a charismatic leader who influenced millions of people concerning freedom and individuality around the world, and I think that I and all of you are products of that. See, it's not a joke. I should stick to the joke thing. All of you look at me like, what was that about? Anyway. I'm not trying to say that the left are bad people. I'm just saying they aren't people. No. By the way, no, not true. I use that. Why I say that is I use that because that's what they do, and it's time that we just throw it back at them, even if it's a joke. They are people. They are people. They're some of my favorite people. But they don't own the turf that is ridicule. So why is the cool versus the uncool thing important? It won an election. Let's face it. The reason people like Barack Obama is he's cool. He beat a war hero, a community activist, organizer, beat a war hero 4 years ago. How did that happen? Because he was cool. It was cool to vote for him. The culture embraces fake coolness over real achievement. Kids would rather play astronaut than actually be one. It's more interesting being famous and becoming an actor than actually doing something. Why would we want to join something we hate? Asking a conservative to run for office is like asking Bill Clinton to be monogamous. It's not. It's like asking an activist to bathe. I could go through 10 of them, but I'll stop there. However, the people that you're dealing with once every 2 years and once every 4 years, this is like their romance novel. Running for office is their romance novel. They're into it. Their cars run for office. When you see them, they have bumper stickers. It's like they want you to know how they feel all the time. I was interviewed by a Knoxville paper today, one of the worst interviews ever. It was awful. So the first, she did some kind of like softball question, and then she started asking me like, why is your book, isn't your book just what Fox News says? And I go, can you give me specifics? And it was like 40 seconds of silence. And I go, no, if you could just tell me what you're talking about. She goes, well, you know, bashing liberals. And I go, well, actually, that's not what the book's about. Do you have specifics? And it was clear that she hadn't read the book. And this is how you can't argue with a liberal when they don't even want to show up to do their damn homework. But anyway, so finally I kept going after her, and I kept going, okay, why do you say these things? She keeps going, this is a journalist. I feel that like when you say these things, and I feel like, but I said to her, I go, you know, it's weird. I go, right now you keep saying how you feel as opposed to think. And don't you think that's strange when you're interviewing an author about a book and you keep saying how you feel? Isn't that weird? And she didn't have an answer for me. But we're seeing each other later. No. She sounded cute. No, I'm kidding. It was weird though. It was, so what was funny was, she said to me, so what was you transitioned from magazines to TV, what do they have in common? And so I said, well, the most important thing when you're a reporter or anything is to prepare. Have a list of questions, read up on the person, perhaps read the book. Anything, magazines, books, that's what you do. And I don't think she even knew that I was talking to her. It's like, it's really good. I go, this would be good advice. This would be really good advice for a journalist. Anyway, what is our message? We like to build things. Making things is cool. What's wrong with that? We like to own stuff. That's good. Competition is awesome. The liberal view is self-esteem is better. It's better to build self-esteem without competition, but that doesn't work. The highest incidence of self-esteem can be found in prisons. I think I made that stat up. It's one of those things that you read and you repeat over and over again, but I'm certain if you ever meet a criminal, they believe they can commit crimes because they deserve to. Why not? I deserve this. I don't have to work for it. I take it. Our alternative to that is competition makes you a better person. You win. Unity over division, what we used to call patriotism, is cool. We now live in a country where everybody is governed by their identity, which is not cool to me. It's far more cool to say you're an American. We have to find a way to articulate that again to people that are coming here, that the reason why you came here is because this is a really awesome place, and here's why it's awesome, and here's why it's exceptional.